our job is hardcore. There's all sorts that can happen.
Everything we do relies on this bond between us all.
Just stay down. No.
You're okay, you're okay.
You have to be comfortable in high-stress situations.
Save a life, and you're a hero.
You're in the hospital.
How much? Do you want to tell me what drugs you want to win?
Save 100, you're a nurse. In Australia, 1 in 10 nurses hails from the United Kingdom.
It's a bloody good job. It's so good.
Big deep breath in.
Through their eyes, you'll see life.
Push.
Good girl!
Death.
Unfortunately, we can't save her.
And everything in between.
Coughs, colds and sore holes.
Welcome to the front line
2, 3.
of one of the world's toughest
It's all right, darling. We're looking after you, okay?
and most trusted professions.
It was scary, hey?
Nurses are superheroes, without capes, just in scrubs.
St Vincent's Hospital is right in the middle of Sydney's nightclub precinct. That means the weekend is the busiest time for the 16 nurses on shift in emergency.
On Saturday night shifts, you look around and everyone's drunk or got blood coming from their head because they've been smacked by someone in a bar or they've taken too many drugs and they're passing out. We see a lot of patients from the area influenced by drugs and alcohol, and this is where they come to. This is, their hospital. My name's Darren, and I'm one of the nurse managers in the emergency department. I grew up in Scotland, and then I moved to Australia 6 years ago. I love the lifestyle here. So I live literally like 5 minutes from the hospital.
Darren is taking over from the nurses on day shift.
1, 2, 3.
It's been a busy night. We sort of came on to a full department with limited beds upstairs. At the moment, there's 24 admitted patients, so it might be a little bit tight overnight.
My role in the emergency department is to manage up to 16 nurses and prioritising who needs acute beds the most. And basically to ensure that the whole department runs efficiently. How's it looking for capacity tonight? Not good? No. Oh, this is going to be a great night then.
With the hospital nearing full capacity, any normal Saturday evening would be a challenge. But tonight marks the end of strict drinking and nightclub laws designed to curb alcohol-related violence. With the restrictions lifted, the hospital will be pushed to its limit.
So people can party longer in the night. They can get alcohol served at a later time. So we're expecting a significant increase in our drug and alcohol presentation.
St Vincent's emergency.
8 p.m. The first trauma patient is on the way.
Hey, Jazzy, I'm just going to try and clear one of the resus bays. So this is a man who was basically found in the middle of the street and covered with blood over his head. He has a massive, 12-centimetre laceration at the top of his head.
You know what day it is today? Okay, and what month are we in?
He could have fell and bumped his head, or he's walked into something, or something's hit him. We don't know at this stage.
Can you wriggle your toes for me?
The patient is not responding, and the trauma team need to quickly determine if that's because of alcohol or head trauma.
Can't tell us what's happened.
Which is made more difficult by the fact that he's intoxicated, so
Yeah.
we've got to keep all options open.
We're just saying worst case scenario until proven, otherwise he's got a head injury.
Correct. very straight laceration. I wouldn't say it's 14 centimetres,
No.
it's probably closer to 10.
Do you know what day it is today?
It's a Saturday.
Okay, and what month are we in?
Resuscitation nurse Ewan has been assigned a critical role in the man's care.
We've just called the major trauma, which gets the whole hospital activated. My role is procedures, so I would hook the patient up to everything, the vital sign gear, get medications ready, and also running gases and stuff. Sharp scratch, okay? Sorry.
Doing really well. Just want to make sure that you've not done yourself any damage, okay?
With any situation like this, we just have to rule out top to bottom, starting from the most dangerous, a bleed in his brain, fractured skull, any other injuries that we would find, and we just eliminate as we go.
It's a very odd injury. It's a very straight laceration.
Yeah, say that he's cracked into something on the corner.
Yeah.
Or whether it makes you whether he may have been even assaulted.
That's what I find.
The concern is bleeding on the brain. An X-ray will reveal the extent of the injury.
John, we're just going to take you around to do some scans, okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3.
He's got a pretty significant laceration on his head, and they're worried there might be intracranial bleed as well on top of that.
A few floors up is the cardiothoracic surgical unit, where a specialist team of doctors and nurses carry out more than 1,000 heart and lung operations every year.
At St Vincent's, where your patients are trusting you with their life, we're kind of those people where if it's broken, we just fix it. My name is Nikita and I am a perioperative nurse and I have been doing that for 6 years. I absolutely love my job. My mum's actually a nurse. I just remember being a little girl and seeing my mum, you know, walk in her uniform, and I was just in awe of my mum. Like, she just looked like Superwoman.
Little bit of local anesthetic. Your temperature as well.
Under Nikita's care tonight is a 43-year-old woman who is being prepared for complicated heart surgery.
This patient, we're going to be doing what we call a minimally invasive mitral valve replacement. So your mitral valve being one of the 4 valves that are actually sitting in the left side of your heart. That valve isn't functioning properly, it's leaking, letting blood go the wrong way. We need to be able to fix that.
If the mitral valve is not replaced, the patient could suffer heart failure.
Today is a little bit of a different day. We've actually got Ashley, who is going to be learning how to scout for our procedure. Have you got all their gloves?
You're 6 green.
Yeah.
A scout nurse is that person that's running around in the theatre, getting everything that the surgeon needs.
And so I'll be looking after Ashley. So hopefully I do a good job. So pressure's on me.
1 wire, 1 suture from anesthetics.
It's the role of a scrub nurse to assist surgeons and maintain a sterile environment, while the scout nurse is on hand to supply extra surgical tools when needed. Both roles are vital to ensure a successful operation. The operation can take up to 4 hours, and it will require the full focus and concentration of every member of theatre staff.
Obviously, surgery, your patients are at their most vulnerable, so you have to be on your game all the time. It's very intense.
Okay, one thing. Actually, can I have the 25 from the Venus that's there? Can you play one?
Yeah, this one, Venus.
One of the most important things is that you actually know that surgery quite well. You need to be able to think 10 steps ahead before the surgeons got there. You need to predict everything.
Intense pressure for second-year nurse Ashley.
So this is probably the 2nd time that I've seen the mitral valve repairment. It's still very new to me, so I need a lot of direction. So overwhelming that I'm like,
hopefully I can retain some of this information. Because this is probably one of the most difficult cases to do.
John, we're just going to take you around to do some scans, okay?
An unresponsive patient found in King's Cross, bleeding from the head, needs an urgent CT scan to assess if there's damage to his brain.
Everyone ready? On 3, 1, 2, 3.
John has got a pretty significant laceration on his head. They're worried there might be intracranial bleed as well on top of that.
Good job.
John's very lucky. The CT scan shows no bleeds or no fractures, so it's a positive result. He's only got the laceration on the scalp.
John's head wound will need to be staple closed.
John, don't move your head at all.
No.
Okay. So now we just need to clean him up. This might hurt a little, okay?
Cool.
Yeah. I've always wanted to do something where it involves people. I could never work in an office. Almost done. Helping people just makes me feel good. And emergency, working in here, I get to do that every day. I feel like we make a big impact. I've cleaned your face up as well, so you don't have as much blood as you did before. So you still don't remember what happened? Nothing? You're gonna have quite a big story to tell your friends.
It's a big story. It works tomorrow.
He's talking, he's having a good old laugh, and his vitals have been stable. So we just wait for the morning, and hopefully you can get him home. Open your hand. There you go. I'll leave it with you. Yeah. Or yours. Okay. Making sure someone who comes in as a Category 1, who is super unstable, and then we stabilise them and get them where they need to go to, that feels good, you know? Let me know if you need anything, okay? I'll be around.
Thank you so much.
No worries. That's why I became a nurse. All right. All good? Yeah.
And then up a little bit and across.
The intensive care unit of St Vincent's Public Hospital is where patients who need round-the-clock care are treated.
Squeeze my hand if you can hear me. Squeeze this hand.
21 nurses and 8 doctors provide the one-on-one care the critically ill patients require.
So we'll transfer you across, okay?
Nurses don't just stroke your brow and grab a bedpan. We work hard, we get right in the nitty-gritty of it all, and there are days where it is stressful. There's a lot of stuff that we do that people probably didn't realise. Our job is hardcore.
Got to pick you up a little bit because of your head, okay?
My name's Ali, and I work in intensive care as an registered nurse.
Wanna go back? Okay, yep, beautiful.
We look after our most critically unwell.
But I think her blood pressure is definitely improving.
The rewarding parts of the job are the connections that you make. If I can make someone's life easier for a moment or, you know, do something that is helpful for them, you know, I try to.
Just give me a yell if you need anything. Do you want me to check this?
It's the start of Senior Nurse Ali's 12-hour shift in ICU.
I am going to make a tea for a patient who's not feeling very well emotionally. He's just been told he can't do a lot of the things he used to because of some recent issues with some diabetes and some seizures. He feels like his life's been taken away because he's been told he can't drive anymore, he can't do night shift anymore, just his livelihood. So he's feeling quite low about all of that.
Ali's patient is an amateur racing car driver, but he's been advised by St Vincent's doctors to stop driving after suffering a series of seizures.
I think I've done that okay. It's in a styrofoam cup.
I think it's just the thought that counts, you know? Here's your tea, darling. Okay. Can I get you anything else?
New light.
What about if we think about some of the other things that you can do, other joys that you have?
That was my main joy.
I know.
400 miles an hour.
Yeah, that sounds pretty exciting, I have to say. Working in intensive care, it can be very exhausting. There's a reason it's called intensive care. There's never a dull moment. What else do you enjoy to do? There must be something else. What about the things, okay? Is there anything that you would have liked to have done if you'd had an opportunity to?
Become a hitman. Serial killer.
Oh, God, okay. I'm becoming increasingly concerned by his behaviour. Just let me know if you need me. ICU South Ali speaking.
And now Ali's patient has gone missing.
I don't really like people wandering around the ICU, so I'm worried.
By leaving his intensive care bed, the diabetic patient is putting himself at risk.
You're good?
One clip added. We have 5.
In the operating theatre, the team of 4 nurses are supporting the surgeons performing a life-saving heart valve repair. Senior scrub nurse Eric and the team are at a pivotal stage of the operation.
This is an important stage, very important. They're getting ready to put the cross clamp on, which will isolate the heart from the body circulation. And they'll be able to then rest the heart to then undertake the surgery. And as you can see on the ECG, there's a flat line. The heart stopped at this stage.
So how our patients are alive is that they're actually on what we call a bypass machine. So we take the blood and it goes through these tubes into a machine which acts as the heart and the lungs and then puts the blood back into the body.
Cardiac makes me uncomfortable.
Really? Why?
It's because it makes me nervous. It's because I'm so...
out of your depth?
Yeah. The main challenge is just trying to remember everything, remember the steps. Cardiac's completely different to the general surgeries that I've previously done.
Do you remember when you first started?
Oh, yeah. I remember how it...
But it's that same feeling, right?
Absolutely.
And look how far you've come. You're all over it. You gotta have faith in yourself.
The damaged part of the patient's heart is removed, and a prosthetic ring will replace it.
So this is our ring.
That's it. And then takes that. Yeah. Eric, are they suturing the ring to the valve? Is that what they're doing now? Yeah. Yeah.
This is the stage when everything will go a little bit quiet, and whenever people are going quiet in a surgery, you know it's a very crucial moment. So the surgeons really need to concentrate. At the moment, it looks like it's fitting properly, but we don't actually know if it's working properly until we come off bypass and we allow the heart to actually do what it normally does, and then we can see whether or not, you know, it's worked.
Close down. And we're off bypass there.
The replacement valve has been fitted. Now the patient must come off bypass, and the theatre team will find out if the heart can function for itself.
Scary, scary stuff.
Close down. And we're off bypass.
On the 6th floor, in the cardiothoracic theatre, second-year nurse Ashley and the operating team are anxiously waiting for their patient's heart to start beating on its own.
Scary, scary stuff.
One of the coolest things to see is the heart kick back in and start beating again.
It doesn't look too bad, actually.
This is the 3rd time that I've seen it now, so I feel like I'm absorbing a little bit more. It's good.
Doing a great job.
Thanks.
As she said before, she's a bit nervous, but even people who have got, you know, huge amounts of experience, we still get nervous every day, and I think that is definitely a good thing because it holds you accountable for being able to actually do the procedure safely and efficiently for the patient.
Couldn't do it without you guys.
I'll pay you later.
It's a milestone operation for junior nurses Ashley and Bernice.
Bernie, you've done a fantastic job.
I don't know if I'll be able to remember that for the next one on my own, but I still need Eric by my side. We all need Eric by our side. He's so smart. Should I just make you embarrassed? Job done.
It's such an honour just seeing that we've been able to provide a better life for someone who, you know, has been so sick and has really been suffering. Oh my gosh, I still find it incredible.
Huh?
In ICU...
What'd you say?
Ali's diabetic patient has locked himself in the bathroom.
Then you won't have to hold it. You can just walk normally now. You're going to affect your balance if you do that.
After 15 minutes, Ali has managed to persuade him to come out. But he no longer wants to receive treatment.
What's wrong?
Just want to discharge. Had enough. I'm not going in no wards.
Why do you want to go?
I don't stay here. I just want to go home.
I get that. I understand.
And I don't care about this diabetes. I couldn't give a about. Hope it kills me.
But don't speak like that.
So the doctor, I want to discharge immediately.
If the patient leaves hospital without further treatment, it could prove fatal.
I'm trying to de-escalate the situation in order to let him come around to the fact that he needs to stay in hospital and get treatment. Come and help you with everything, just don't rip anything out.
In intensive care, we look after our most critically unwell, so it's hard for your patients. Don't want medical treatment. That really can be super challenging.
Our mate's about to, yeah, he's already kind of kicking off.
I want to go now.
Well, the doctors will come and see you in the next hour or two.
When I get out, I'm going to smack a doctor.
I know I'm not going to be able to de-escalate him for much longer.
The patient is upset with the female doctor who advised him not to drive due to the seizures he has been experiencing.
Do you appreciate, though, that she was only trying to look after you and protect you and that... Okay, okay.
If I wasn't in bed, I would have got up and just belted off.
Okay, well, obviously that's not appropriate and you know that. Yeah, okay, and we can't talk about that, like, especially with, you know, like my colleagues in the hospital. That's not very nice. He's kicking off again. So he was really good while you were gone, and now he's just like chucked his gown, put on his own clothes, said he's going to go, wants to be medically discharged. So I don't know if we're going to be able to talk him down or whether we're going to have to, under the Mental Health Act, then put him...
I don't think he can be under mental health side. They've said that he's mentally capable.
Okay. I have tried to de-escalate him as best as I can. He was absolutely fine, and then he just flipped a switch. So I don't know, I think he'll probably will medically discharge himself.
Sick of being here. I'd rather be at work.
Yeah, I know.
I'd rather be driving the car. I want to get out of here.
I appreciate you're upset because you've been told you can't do a lot of things.
Yep.
They tend to placate for a little while and then they'll just really snap it. So I'm just trying to really make sure that doesn't happen because that's not great. Okay. Yeah, and bed 4's losing it a little bit. He's starting to want to rip things out. He's put on his clothes on. He's now saying he wants to medically discharge. Yeah, if that's okay, if you don't mind just talking to him. He's just putting his shoes on.
They just want you to get on top of your medication so that you can get back to driving safely. They found that at very high sugars. Then you're at all sorts of risks of heart attacks, your eyes going. So that's why everyone wants you to take your insulins.
But the patient is still agitated about the female doctor who cautioned him against driving.
She'll smooth.
But as I said, she didn't mean to be. She just wants to do the right thing by you. But sometimes when people are in a hurry...
That's the man. He was, calm. He's nice.
Yeah.
He talked to me properly. She just went... Bah, bah.
Yeah.
Big ball.
I know she didn't mean it, but I can see how it might have come across that way.
That's how it came across.
Yeah, I'm sorry you got upset by it.
After much persuasion, Ali and Dr. Gale make a breakthrough.
You reckon I should stay here till Tuesday?
I really need to get on top of your sugars. We'll get your insulin up and running today. Yeah, thanks for your patience. Sorry you got upset about things.
What I've learned is that you have to remember you are one person, and I need to lean on my fellow nurses and my team members and the doctors and honestly just do the best I can. I think our team are wonderful. I honestly wouldn't get through a lot of the things that we see or that we do without them.
Thank you for being so patient, okay?
Yeah.
You're doing well. I think it's the right thing to stay. Yeah. Good job.
But as soon as Nurse Ali's back is turned, the patient once again ignores the team's medical advice.
Did you find him?
Without urgent treatment to control his diabetes, the patient can suffer heart and kidney failure, blindness, and even death.
He did abscond. We cannot find him.
Hello? Can you tell me what's happened?
It's been a wild night in Sydney's nightclub district. A stream of intoxicated patients is flowing into the emergency department.
You've got a cracker of a mark on your front of your head. He's very, very intoxicated. He's covered in vomit, but he's also covered in blood.
Darren's job is to manage the chaos.
The girl in the corridor is causing a bit of trouble. She wants to go home.
You can't leave till you're sober.
I am sober now.
Not according to the blood.
Stay still, mate. We're just going to get you inside, OK?
Put your arms in, pal.
Sorry, mate. Sorry.
Saturday nights are always difficult to manage, but tonight it's just chaos.
While Darren is managing the admitted patients...
No, because the blood will go squirting everywhere and you'll bloodbath.
Nurse Carly is triaging new patients that arrive in the waiting room.
Hello, who's next? My role is to see people when they first come in and assess them and see how unwell they are, where they need to go to in the department, what kind of treatment they need. Oh, no. Have you done this before? Never. Can you swallow your saliva? Oh, OK. How long ago did you do it? An hour. Oh, dear. What were you doing, yawning? OK. Luke.
Yeah.
OK. We've got a poor young gentleman who's yawned tonight while going to bed and he's now unable to close his jaw. So it's dislocated and wide open. Okay. And this is the first time this has happened?
Yeah,
Twice before? OK. And how do they normally fix it? Do they sedate you? Or it normally fixes itself?
Yeah.
OK. They've got a jaw dislocation.
What? Jaw?
Yeah. This gentleman needs to be booked in, but he can't talk because he's
still trying to
can't
smile.
close his mouth.
Luke?
Yeah.
I'll try and clear a resus bay.
While the emergency department deal with a wide range of cases, critical patients keep arriving.
Hi, Starren. How old is she? Okay, let's go resus 2. Ewan, there's a young 18-year-old reduced level of consciousness going into resus 2.
Resuscitation nurse Yun must stabilise and revive the young woman who has taken a cocktail of drugs and alcohol.
You want to open your eyes for me?
When we look after patients like this, we always check their eyes, which gives us an indication how drug affected they are.
Around 6, 7, 8.
Oh. Her pupils are huge.
Can we get the 500 fine?
500 fine?
Yeah.
Is it just MDMA she took with cocaine? What else?
I don't know. I was not with her. She liked me.
Gone up and down, yeah.
I'm sure it's the alcohol.
Come on, open your eyes.
Am I in hospital?
You are. Yeah. You've had a bit to drink tonight, I hear.
I have.
And a few caps as well, I hear.
A few caps and a few coke.
She's taken a lot of drugs, as she's admitted to everyone, and keeps shouting out.
Hey, maybe a little bit too much if you've ended up in hospital.
In the intensive care unit, Ali is trying to locate her patient. He's been refusing treatment for his life-threatening condition.
So Carla's gone to try and find him, but I'd say unlikely that she's going to. ICU South Valley speaking. Okay, so you know that where are you following him? And remember, only the boundary of the hospital is as far as you can follow him out, and then after that, that's it. I'd say he's gone. Just gotta go with emotions, really.
He went to the front door, and you know Emma, our doctor.
Yeah.
She's coming in, and she's like, "Do I let him out?" I'm like, "He punched the wall."
You've got to look after your nurses.
And I was like, "Just let him go."
Oh yeah.
Then-
Sometimes that can be stressful.
And yeah, he's gone.
It is unfortunate that he decided to leave, but there's not a lot we can do when a patient decides to leave against medical advice. Okay. I've always wanted to help people as much as I can, and I think sometimes I do put pressure on myself, but at the same time I have to remember that I can only do what I can do. I'm surprised we kept him as long as we did, to be honest. I'm not Superwoman, unfortunately.
Yeah, what were you doing, yawning? Okay.
Carly's patient, Luke, has had his dislocated jaw reset.
You've taped his mouth shut pretty much.
Yeah,
well.
we literally.
You look so different with your mouth closed. Not in a bad way, like you just...
Well, I was, like, before we came, I was on about an hour FaceTime call with all my mates.
With your mouth like that?
Yeah, they were just laughing at me. They were saying things like, go see if you can, like, get a ping pong ball in there.
New party trick. Is it sore, or you feel okay?
I feel like it will be sore.
Yeah. Tomorrow when you wake up.
I don't mind that, though.
Yeah. Just have to get some good, strong painkillers.
Yeah.
All right, mate. Best of luck.
Thanks for your help.
No worries. Hope I don't see you in here again.
No worries. Thanks.
They'll just observe him for a while because he'd had some sedation to knock him out, so they'll just keep an eye on him and make sure that wears off, and then he'll be able to go home. Another successful patient in and out. Love these ones. Nice and easy and smooth. Everybody's happy. Ready to do some push-ups? Come on. Come on, it's for your mental well-being. Go. Let's get it.
Carly. She's probably one of the biggest characters in the department. She's always up to something.
Okay. Come on. Around here.
So Carly has us on night shifts doing push-ups. trying to stimulate the mind, keep us awake. So 10 press-ups.
10. You ready? All right, let's go, Chow. 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Feel the burn.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of energy kick for a few minutes, but then that was it. Right, that's enough.
That's enough.
But hopefully she doesn't make me do it the next setup next we're on.
For the hour, we check back in another
Once an hour?
Yeah, every hour on the hour.
Nah, I've done.
You're done?
Harley, she's mad. But everyone loves her.
In resus, Yorna's treating an 18-year-old patient who has just regained consciousness.
We suspect that she's taken some drugs and alcohol. It's a dangerous mix that can lead to fatal consequences.
Am I in hospital?
You are. Yeah.
Have you had lots to drink today?
Yes.
Alcohol? Okay. Are you in pain at all?
Yeah.
Where's the pain?
In my stomach.
When did that start?
10 minutes ago.
Oh.
She's consumed a dangerous combination of substances. Yorna's concerned that her new symptoms could be a sign of a more worrying condition.
So if you wouldn't mind just checking...
Serotonin syndrome.
Well, yeah, so just keep close on temperature, and I'll just check for clonus in her lower limbs. There's only 3 beats self-limiting, but if that increases, I need to know.
Yep.
Dr. Ed is worried that the cocktail of drugs she has taken has put too much serotonin in her system.
You just relax, okay?
Serotonin syndrome can make your heart rate, your temperature go up. If it's not controlled, it can lead to death.
Just relax again. Okay, my lovely. When I'm doing testing your foot there, you're involuntary. You've got beats there, okay? It's because of the stuff that you've taken tonight, okay? I needed that to settle down before I can let you go home, because that can sometimes trigger into something more serious. And you may even need to be admitted under a team if it doesn't settle down. Indeed.
The patient might be conscious, but her condition could still decline rapidly.
Do you feel like you're going to throw up? Do you want some more anti-nausea?
I just want Macca's.
You just want Macca's?
Yeah.
I don't think you're quite there yet.
You?
Yeah, you got to be more alert.
No.
You might choke on Macca's at the moment.
Macca's!
Okay, you're all right. Just give it some time, okay?
The patient appears to be successfully recovering.
No more needles. I want to go home.
I'm giving you thiamine. It's a vitamin.
No.
It'll make you feel better tomorrow.
You're very hot.
Hmm?
You're very hot.
I'm a nurse.
You're a very hot nurse.
Thank you. She's drunk. She's on drugs. She doesn't know what she's saying, right?
I've heard a few of the patients certainly give him compliments and call him hot stuff. I think it's a man bun.
He's a hot nurse. I don't exactly know the difference.
What do you mean?
Nurse, doctor, same different smell.
We're gonna give you all the fluids, okay? Do you feel a bit better?
Yeah, hopefully.
We've commenced her on a drip now. She just needs to sleep off the drugs and alcohol. Once she's sober, she can get a Macca's. What? What were you watching? The whole interaction? Just kids.
The ambulance bay is finally empty, but the nurses are keeping their eye out for one final visitor.
Oh my God, there it is, there it is, there it is! That's a rat!
Big rat.
Oh. So there's a giant rat that lives out in the ambulance bay. If I see it, I scream. Or I just run away.
It was the size of a cat. No, I'm not all right. I don't like rats.
I'm terrified as well. You know, we can deal with almost anything in an emergency, but a rat running around the place, we're terrified.
I try not to go outside on a night shift if I don't have to, because you see this shadow like lurking around, just waiting for someone.
I think I'd rather someone come and stab me than the rat come in. Ugh. It's like about the size of a small child.
It's been a long shift, but the sun is coming up and it's time for us to go home. Hey, Army, I'm going to scoot away. The nurses work so hard.
See ya, Chris.
It's nurses that do the care. It's the nurses that make you better. It's the nurses that treat you. They do everything they can for their patients at all hours of the day.
Girlfriend's gonna kill me. She's come to pick me up and she's been waiting for like almost 45 minutes.
Right, fabulous news. We're going this way to a bed. Nurses are the backbone of the hospital, you know. We greet everyone with open arms and want to help.
Take your time.
I go home hoping that I've made a difference in someone's life. That's what I think is the best part.
A lot of people can't cope with what we see. It's very hard to go away from this job and go and explain to somebody else what it feels like. My team are what get me through, definitely. Humanity is a beautiful thing, and I think we see that more so than anyone else. Take care of yourself, okay? Yeah.